guys and gals? Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you know on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Temptation's Ballad. So, y'all, without further ado, let's jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy as I entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Alright. Sid's never been a very self-assured guy. Being near you might be a little difficult sometimes. It's a complicated thing that Sid needs to sort out himself. He scratched his chin thoughtfully. The two of us butting in would probably just make things worse. Let's just give him some space to think, yeah? Artemis stared at him quietly for several long moments before finally nodding. I don't think I understand. But if that is what you believe, I will trust in your judgment. Cole glanced up in surprise. Trust in me? A horrible decision, really. Artemis shot him a begrudging smile. Self-deprecating jokes aside, that is a gamble I am willing to take. You've been a fairly dependable leader thus far, disregarding your cowardly scuffle at the fighting ring. Even then, you managed to do the right thing in the end. Not really. I've just been doing all this because you're fucking scary when you're angry. And like 3 different parents guilt-tripped me to hell and back yesterday. If I fuck this up, I don't think Mrs. Shrikewood or that hot polar bear would ever let me see the light of day again. The knight smirked. Ah, I see how it is. If you require someone to yell at you to be a good person, then I will happily be there when required, Cole. Cole grimaced. Is that supposed to be comforting? A deep, hearty laugh shook the Bonebreaker lobby. Cole yelped as Marrow suddenly delivered an encouraging backslap that sent him face first into the floor. Look at my boy, all grown up and keeping an eye out for his little lackeys. Ah, it almost brings a tear to my eye. Cole clambered back onto his feet with a pained wheeze. All right, that's enough mushy talk. Let's hurry up and head to Town Square for the festival. Artemis bolted up and beamed excitedly. Excellent! I simply can't wait to see what the festival has in store. Hurry up, Cole! Hey, hold your... The words scarcely left Cole's muzzle before the knight skipped out the door like a giddy child. Cole sighed and scratched his head. He's gonna feel like herding cats, isn't it? Well, I better get going. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Cole grabbed the bowl off the table to reveal a huffy and furious Malice. Come on, Noodle, we gotta go. Blasted puny mortal! I will not suffer such disrespect! Brace yourself for the day I return to full power, for my rage will be tenfold! Starting to sound a little bit like Dennis. I am untethered, and my rage knows no bounds! The python's screams are cut short yet again as Cole lazily shoved him into his pockets. Lively little guy, ain't he? He never shuts up, apparently. Speaking of which, there was a small pause as Cole fidgeted awkwardly. His gaze danced around the empty lobby before returning to his father. Is Hamish around? Hammy? He left at the crack of dawn to help track down those rubies of yours. Haven't seen him since. Oh. Why do you ask? I was, just gonna say bye and thanks before we left. You know, basic manners. Marrow was startled for a moment before his face split open into an overjoyed grin. Nah, my tiny little fam is finally getting along. Cole scowled and immediately marched out the door. Oh, fuck off! Don't make this weird, Papa. Love you too. The door slammed shut with a resounding thud that shook the lobby floors. There was silence, followed by a quiet crack as the wood of the doorframe split from the many axe gouges it received yesterday. Marrow winced. Ah, fuck, Hammy's gonna beat my ass for this. Soul's Arcade Curiosities. A mechanical clink filled the air as Sid twisted the lanius in his grip, the massive halberd shrinking back to its normal form. He panted heavily and wiped the sweat off his brow before collapsing through the door of the small arcane shop. Clyde was right behind him with a proud grin. Would you look at that? Well done. You're one hell of a quick learner, aren't you? Come on, come, settle down and take a break, man. I'll go grab you a drink. You deserve it after all the work you've done this morning. Sid's ears drooped as he scratched his head bashfully. Well, thanks. You're just a good teacher, and a blacksmith. I had no idea this thing could change its shape in so many ways. I've been learning a lot from you. He rested the silver halberd against the wall with a heavy thump. With the adrenaline-erasing heartbeat of training slowly fading away, Sid felt a heavy weight begin to settle across his shoulders again. He shook his head to clear his thoughts and glanced up at Clyde with a forced smile. Hey, now that I'm getting the hang of the Lanius, maybe I'll impress some important people at the brawl today. There's a chance folks might see what a great job you did on the Lanius and be interested in sponsoring your blacksmithing career again. You'll come watch the tournament, won't you? People will want to meet the guy who's made this masterpiece. This might be your chance to restart your blacksmithing dream. Clyde handed him a tankard of chilled ale with a small smile. Thanks for the optimism, but nah. You're a rookie adventurer, aren't you? Best avoid associating yourself with a disgraced blacksmith like me. It's more trouble than it's worth. Besides, I gotta watch over this shop during the tournament. Old Man Soul probably won't be very happy to hear that I left my post to watch a sporting match. Sid's shoulders slumped in disappointment. He picked up the Linnaeus and idly twirled it about, lost in thought. I think you deserve better than this. The more I practice with the Linnaeus, the more I realize what a true masterwork weapon it is. Oh, sometimes I wonder if I really deserve to wield this thing. Shame it's wasted on a nobody like me. Ow! Sid winced as an empty cup bounced off his head. He glanced up to see Clyde scowling sternly. I'm not hearing any of this self-deprecating nonsense. You're one of the few people who can even lift the damn thing. You're fine. True, you're kind of empty-headed sometimes, but... Oh, true, you're kind of empty-headed sometimes, but you're an honest fellow with a good heart. I couldn't ask for anyone better to wield my work. Sid's lips jerked into a doubtful grimace. You sound like my mom when she's trying to cheer me up. All that positive empty chatter? Clyde raised an eyebrow. You don't believe me? Of course I don't. Look at everyone else I'm working with. He didn't notice that he had raised his voice until Clyde winced. Sid dipped his head apologetically and sat back down. Just a few days ago, I was just another unemployed bum bouncing from job to job because nobody wanted me. I've always dreamed of being an adventurer, and I officially became one. From sheer dumb luck. Didn't do anything to deserve it, just got plucked out of a crowd by Cole because I'm tall or something. How does that compare to the Creator's chosen one? Sid sighed and gripped the cool metal of his halberd tightly. I should be grateful, but I don't know. I've been feeling nothing but incompetence since I got here. Did you know I finally met my hero yesterday? Marrow Bonebreaker. I've always looked up to that legend of a man, and now I get to work closely with him. I even got to spar with the man, too. A bitter laugh escaped his throat. Got the shit kicked out of me. My hero barely spared me a second glance. Artemis impressed him with flying colors, though. Good for her. Must be nice to be born with Creator-blessed powers. I guess it's easier to impress people when you can shoot lightning out of your ass, Sid grumbled. Maybe I should start biting people more. What is that? What does biting people have to do with anything? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm just starting to sound really pretty. Clyde smiled and gave Sid a supportive clap on the shoulder. Listen, man, jealousy is a perfectly normal feeling. Ain't nothing shameful about it. When I first started out as a blacksmith, I was a damn nobody, too. Seeing all the other guys my age who could perform better than me pissed me off to no end. But you see what the real problem was? Sid peered at him curiously. What? Those other guys did nothing wrong. I was just being an insecure little baby who didn't deal with my frustrations very well. So I just threw my frustrations at everyone else. Clyde shrugged. Like I said yesterday, I didn't make many friends back in the day. A soft, nostalgic smile suddenly spread across the tiger's face. Then I met Cole, a little guy I always knew how to give good pep talks. The best cure for envy is self-improvement. I started focusing on myself and taking little steps to improve my work. Probably helped that I had a cute little hyena cheering me on. The pissy, jealous feeling in my chest went away when I wasn't busy comparing myself with others. Cole always used to say... Clyde's smile suddenly fell and he took a deep swig of his ale. Anyway, don't feel too bad about being jealous, man. Everyone deals with it from time to time. Also, stop comparing yourself to the fucking chosen one. Everyone would feel like shit with those kind of standards. He jabbed a finger at Sid's chest. You know what I think you need? A mate. Heat instantly flashed across Sid's face. Oh, what? A buddy. A peer. A bro, if you will. Someone on your level who you can talk shit with. Obviously can't be Cole because he's your boss. My condolences, by the way. Artemis is the one you're comparing yourself with, so that's a no-go. You're participating in the tournament, right? There should be plenty of meat-headed warriors there. Go make some friends, so there's bound to be someone you can see eye to eye with. Sid scratched his head nervously. I guess. I'm not exactly the best with talking to people. Clyde laughed and clapped Sid on the shoulder good-naturedly. Just throw some alcohol in there and you'll be fine. Plus, it's a damn festival. Everyone's gonna be in a jolly mood. Just be your cute, clueless self. I'm sure some guy's gonna fall into your lap eventually. Huh? What do you mean by that? Sid was suddenly cut off by the sharp toll of the city's bell tower. He sprang up to his feet as he counted each ring of the bell. Oh shit! How long have I been here? I was supposed to meet up with everyone in the town square right now. Thanks for the talk, Clyde, but I gotta get going. Clyde smiled and leaned back in his chair. Have fun out there, my man. I'll be working here in the meantime. Buy me a few souvenirs while you're there, will ya? Sid froze. He patted his tight pants pockets frantically. What's the matter? You forget something? My coin purse! I was gonna buy Mom something nice while I was at the festival. I'm a complete dumbass. Gotta rush home now. I'll see you around. Clyde watched in amusement as the badger scrambled out the door while tripping on his own feet. Guys, my apologies about the, telegram going off. I thought I had it muted. He shook his head quietly before downing the rest of his ale. Good lord, who is messaging me? Don't message me right now. Okay, that should be it for now. Okay. Alright. Jealous, huh? Oh dear. Where y'all going now? Market District. Sparrows Roost Tavern and Inn. I'm really hungry right now. I want some food. Sid never ran so fast in his life. The doors to Sparrows Roost Inn and Tavern burst open as the badger fell onto the wooden floors, his chest heaving painfully. Sorry, Mom. Have you seen my... Huh? Sid was startled to see a familiar hyena leaning over the inn counter with a timid face. Hamish scratched his head sheepishly as though he had been caught in an unsightly act. Oh, good morning, Sid. You doing well? Sid nodded curiously as he struggled to regain his breath. Yeah, just on my way to the town square. What are you doing here? Before Hamish could open his mouth, Ilya cheerfully glided through the kitchen doors with a thick stack of parchment in her arms. Here you go, Mr. Hamish. All my best recipes and kitchen tips in one organized stack. I never knew you were such a self-conscious man. Just because your son enjoyed my cooking doesn't mean he doesn't appreciate yours. Hamish's gaze darted between Sid and Ilya before he hastily collected the recipes. The older hyena cleared his throat loudly. Cole has made his opinion heard, loudly. Thank you for humoring me, Mrs. Strikewood. I'll try and put your good work to good use. How much do I owe you? Oh, nothing at all, my dear. It's quite heartwarming to see such a loving father be attentive to his son's wants and needs. Why, I should be thanking you and Cole for keeping a watchful eye on my little boy at your mercenary company. Sid is a sweet and talented lad. He just needs someone to give him a nudge once in a while. Mom! Oh, Sid, when did you get home? I figured you'd be back sooner than later. You've forgotten your coin purse in the kitchen again. The old bird chirped cheerfully as she handed the purse to her son with a knowing look and a pinch to his cheek. Sid's face flushed. He glanced at Hamish before awkwardly stuffing his purse in his pocket. Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of my hero's boyfriend. Oh. Tis my job, dear. Now scurry along. Your friends are waiting for you, aren't they? Sid's shoulders slumped in embarrassment and embarrassed defeat. He gave his mom a quick peck on the cheek before bolting out the door again. Thanks, Mom. I'll get you something nice from the festival. Hamish watched the exchange between the two with a quiet furrow in his brow. He sighed quietly before folding up his stack of parchment and tucking it into a pocket of his cloak. Thank you for the recipes, Miss Strikewood, but I best be going. The day is young, and there's much work to do. Oh, of course. Don't let an old bird like me keep you. Apologies. I do love to dote on my boy every chance I get. I'm sure you understand. Cole's probably utterly spoiled by you lot. Ilya let out a cheerful chirp. Hamish's jaw tightened as he forced a smile. Perhaps. Though I have to admit, Cole lacks the sweetness your boy seems to have. Oh, but I'm sure that is just a small bump in the road. Cole seemed like a good lad, and you a good father. He's bound to see the hard work you put into him eventually. That's very optimistic of you. Hamish cleared his throat and made his way towards the door. Though, if you'll forgive me, I must take my leave. The wooden door of the tavern swung open and closed with a cold thud as Hamish left. Ilya watched the retreating back of the man for several moments before letting out a tired huff. Somebody really needs to grab all three of you by the ears and sit you down for a talk. Town Square Plaza. Oh my, pretty. Cole let out a deafening sneeze and he stumbled through the crowded streets of the town square. I swear this looks like miniatures. Malice slithered onto his shoulder with a curious hiss. Have you caught a cold, puny mortal? You must see a healer immediately. It will not do to have my host die so pathetically. Cole scowled and flicked the python on the nose. I'm fine. Someone's probably just talking shit about me. How in the world does a sneeze indicate such information? It's an old dumb superstition. But that makes no sense. You mortals grow more confounding by the day. Yeah, whatever. Cole sighed and stuffed the python back into his pockets, with Malice screaming in protest. He turned his gaze back towards the packed streets of Town Square. The place had utterly transformed since yesterday. Food stalls lined the streets with festive decorations and colorful banners hanging from every wall. The delicious smell of fried snacks and festival sweets filled the air along with the laughs and chatters of children and tourists. Bards and street performers sang and danced with a jolly, laughing audience. Many faces and crowds felt unfamiliar. Most were likely travelers and adventurers who were visiting Axia for the Firefly Festival celebrations. And here they were, filling the streets like a horde of annoying tourists. Cole stomped his feet and glared at everyone with contempt. Who gave them all the right to be so damn tall? Everyone towered over him like giants, which made locating Artemy utterly impossible. The night had ran off like an overexcited puppy at the sight of the festival decorations, leaving Cole to drown in this miserable sea of tall people. So much for knights and their sense of duty. He upped as someone accidentally stomped on his tail. Cole recoiled and hugged his tail close, desperately trying to push his way through the wall of bodies. Hey, watch it, you piece of shit! The tail stomper didn't even hear him as he was swept along the crowd. Cole grumbled. This is why he hated traveling alone. Why the hell did Artemy have to scurry off so quickly? Boss, you okay there? A wave of relief washed over Cole at the sound of a familiar voice. He let out a triumphant yell and jumped into Sid's arms with glee. Nope. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks. Your tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.